Good morning, students. This is the lesson of Class 8 for the subject of Geography topic Settlement Patterns on Topo Sheets, which is covered in Chapter 1 Representation of Geographical Features, starting on page number 14 of your textbook and is being submitted to you on 12th of April 2021. So let us start with our topic and discuss about the settlement patterns on the topo sheet. Students, first of all, understand that settlements are group of houses usually in villages or towns where people live. The size of the settlement depends on availability of roads, railways, hospitals, administrative buildings, etc. So settlements grow over a period of time. A settlement can be permanent or temporary. So a settlement that are constructed and occupied for a short time are called temporary settlement. They are built by people engaged in hunting and gathering, shifting cultivation, and transhumance. At times, a temporary settlement is built next to a construction site, such as a bridge or a flyover, usually found in an urban area. I hope you all have noticed it. Then, the permanent settlement. In a permanent settlement, people build permanent houses, and in course of time, several such structures are constructed and a settlement develops. The availability of water and land for cultivation are important reason for the growth of such settlements. Now, what are the various types of settlement patterns? So basically, on a topo sheet, we have several settlement patterns, and the three major settlement patterns are listed here as first one, nucleated settlement. Now, what happens in this? Buildings and huts are in a compact cluster. They are usually found in plains or valleys. Nucleated settlements are also known as clustered settlements, as you can see it here. This is a these red colored boxes, they usually represents settlements, and this pattern is basically clustered or nucleated pattern, where all the houses, all the buildings are quite close to each other. Now, the second type of settlement pattern is a linear settlement pattern. So, in a linear settlement pattern are those that are formed in a line. So, houses, shops, petrol pumps, garage develop along the roadsides, railway lines, or river banks, and they were termed as linear pattern or the linear settlement pattern basically. This is the metalled road as if shown being here with two red colored lines, two parallel red colored lines, and these are the red colored boxes representing the settlements along the metalled road as linear settlement pattern. Now, The third one is the scattered or dispersed settlement. Now here, huts or houses in this type of settlement pattern are far apart from one another. It indicates sparse population and absence of proper transport. As you can notice it here in this particular picture. All these houses or buildings are being separated from each other. They were scattered. That's why it has been termed as scattered or dispersed settlement. Now children, let us discuss about the second important part, that is the occupation. Occupation basically means what the people of that area usually do for a living. What is their work? The general occupation of people of an area is identified with the help of land use pattern. So students, this is a topographical map, basically a topo sheet being shown here on your screen. Now, with the help of various colors, we could identify that what is the occupation of the people living in this particular area. Like first occupation is agriculture. It is the most economic activity and is denoted by yellow wash in the topo sheet. So as if you can see, yellow color region, it usually shows the agriculture as their main occupation. Second is forestry. This green color patch, as if you can notice, this usually shows the forest region. So here, people living near the forest collect the forest products such as honey, herbs, and fruits. Hence, forestry is their major occupation. Third is rearing of livestock. So, the barren land, which is shown with the white color patches, as if you can see, white color patches, it usually shows the barren land or uncultivated land area. It is used, this land area is used as pastures for animals to rear. Next is the government departments. Many people will be employed in public works department, railway station, post office, police stations, and etc. So as if you can notice it here in this settlement pattern, it's being written PO. PO here means the post office. So the occupation of the people which is living which are living nearby, they have one of their occupation as working in post office. Next is fishing. Number 5 is fishing. So people living nearby a perennial river or a perennial river channel, which is usually shown with blue color, is having fishing as their major occupation. Now students, let us recapitulate the topic by means of a quick retest. I'll ask a few questions from you, and after which you may pause the lesson for 5 minutes to write down their answers. So your questions are: first question, what is a settlement? Question number 2, name 3 settlement patterns. Question number 3, settlements that are constructed and occupied for a short time is called dash. Number 4, people living nearby forests has dash as their occupation. Number 5, what does yellow wash indicates about the occupation of the people? residing nearby. So you may pause the lesson for 5 minutes. The time slot given for writing the answers is over, children. So let us now discuss their answers. So answer number 1 is settlements are group of houses where people live as a village or town. Number 2, the three settlement patterns are nucleated settlement pattern, linear settlement pattern, and dispersed settlement pattern. Number 3, settlements that are constructed and occupied for a short time is called a temporary settlement. Number 4, people living nearby forest has forestry as their main occupation. And at last, number 5, yellow wash indicates about agriculture as the major occupation of the people residing nearby. So I hope you all have understood the topic very well. So you all are required to read the chapter 1 at least twice and complete the back exercise. With this, I conclude this interactive session. Thank you.